Hey everyone, what's happening? It's me, Christian Colavelli, Product Manager of Effects Pedals here at Eventide, and I'm very happy to bring you my new series. Anyways, in this episode, we're going to be looking at two presets paired together that really help out like a lead line or a single note line. We're going to be looking at Frizzell, a deeper preset within MicroPitch, paired with 6 pulsing, a deeper preset within UltraTap. So let's get into it. Okay, so I am going to be utilizing Eventide Device Manager, or EDM, our free software for this series, because when I'm actually creating or crafting these presets, that's what I use. That's my workflow at home or when I'm in the office here. Creating, and I like it because I can see every parameter, but remember, you can do the same thing on the pedal as well. Okay, so I have Frizzell queued up right now, and just before I even start this, I am playing through the Kemper, and I actually have the KSR boost, the Eros, just giving me a little push, and it's absolutely perfect. It's a fantastic pedal, and that paired with my potent preset pairing makes it a powerfully potent preset pairing. Alliteration. Alliteration. Okay, so I have Frizzell queued up. So let me just play my clean tone real quick. Okay, I'm in a single coil setting because, again, I want this to be super dynamic. Okay, so let me pop on Frizzell. Whoa, instant trippiness. Okay, so there's a lot of things that are happening there. So let me just... Okay, so let's break this down a little bit. Okay, so as you can hear there, Frizzell has some, first of all, Frizzell is named for the pedal guru and absolutely phenomenal player, Bill Frisell, who might use a preset like this over a lead line or a single note line to create dynamics and some presence and just to perk up the listener's ears. So what is going on in this preset? Well, we can hear some comb filtering / flange, and even some ring modulation, and we'll touch on that in a second. But why is that happening? Well, that has to do with a few factors. So in order to get this ring mod, we want to have the depth cranked up, which as you can see, it is. The rate cranked up, which is even higher than depth. And we want a really short delay time. So as you can see, pitch A and delay A are turned completely off. And then delay B is just barely on, and pitch B is right in the center. And the other key factor here is the feedback. We need the feedback to be high. Okay, so again, let me just play that. Okay, so the other thing that is responsible for that flange happening after the initial pick attack is the negative envelope assignment. So that is occurring right here on our mod knob. And the negative and positive envelope are both new, and they are particular to this iteration of MicroPitch, meaning you can only find that in this version of the pedal, the .9 family. So the negative envelope is actually, in this setting, it is actually causing the effect to come in after I play based on picking dynamics. So listen. So see that? That's where it's fading in. Right, so basically the negative envelope, the best way to think about that is the harder I play, the less pitch that happens. So if I really dig into that, so we'll come back to that. I'll show you the expression assignments in a second, and then it might be a little bit more obvious. Okay, so again, we want the mix to be prominent on this one. That's gonna really we want this effect to be out in front and to really catch the listener right off the bat. Okay, so now let's talk about those expression assignments. So basically, if you can see right here, these dots, these blue dots and these yellow dots, that's our expression assignment. So the way to create that, let me just show you in case you haven't used EDM before. Say I wanted to put an expression assignment on the rate knob. I'd simply click that blue dot, and here is my, think about this as your hero position, the blue, and your yellow, your end destination, is your toe position. And if I wanted that to be on the other side, you will see that the ring becomes an orange color instead of a blue color. And if you don't want the expression assignment, you can simply click on the blue and get out of it. So let's look at our expression assignments for this. The depth knob increases, the feedback increases, and the tone actually shifts to the left. And what that means is when you're shifting counterclockwise, you're actually bumping the mids and lows. So that's going to make this become even more prominent. The sweep will be more obvious with more mid-range. And also, I said I was on a single coil setting. That really will come into play depending on what type of pickup you're playing. I mean, if you're playing through a humbucker, you won't need as much of that shift, but anyways, you've got to just experiment with each guitar because basically every single one has its own personality. Okay, so let's bump all of these. Whoa, you can hear that already coming in. Okay, so now we have this. So that's super ring mod. Super ring moddy. I mean, it's blatantly obvious, like that "Take Me to Your Leader" stuff. You know, you can get those crazy kind of alien effects, but that's also super cool with like just a rhythmic thing, like. Right? Adds some personality there. So, I mean, that's super extreme. Oh, and I was saying, like, the pitch kind of, the harder you play, the more the pitch gets rolled off. So, check this out. So you have that like kind of airline effect happening, like a plane's flying right over your head, like that jet plane flange. I'm gonna go back to just our normal stock preset, and all I have to do is just hit cancel. And everyone, if you want to save this, you could save over that preset or save over any of these presets, or just go to an open or an empty slot and press the save button. So I'm gonna press cancel. And now I am back to my normal or my stock. Just slight flange, slight ring modulation, just enough to poke through and to give you those dynamics. So now I'm going to actually go over to the UltraTap pedal and we're going to examine 6 pulsing. Okay, so I have 6 pulsing queued up already, and now let's just listen to 6 pulsing by itself. Okay, So what is happening with 6 pulsing? So basically, UltraTap is this Swiss Army knife kind of algorithm, and you can do a million different things with it. In this setting, I'm really utilizing the chop, and I'm utilizing it for its rhythmic prowess, basically. So I have my length is set to a quarter note here, and I have the taps set to 2. So you're going to hear my initial pick attack, and then the 2 taps panned in stereo. Perfect. Okay, and I'm utilizing the saw on the chop knob, the saw assignment right here. And everything else is pretty much straight ahead. I don't want any feedback on this. I have a little bit of pre-delay just to give me a little bit of air here on this preset. And taper is the other thing that we really have to pay attention to, okay? So taper is going to roll off these delay repeats as they repeat, so they don't get in the way of my picking. Because when I'm playing a single note line like this, the last thing that I want is for the effect to overtake the actual line. So the taper's just right of center, and as you turn right, you're gonna get that roll off. If you turn left, it'll actually increase it. Okay, so again, let's listen to what that sounds like. Okay, so yeah, that is the other half of this potent preset pairing. Okay, so here's this potent preset pairing in the context of a song, and we'll add some drums and we'll see what happens. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me on this first episode of Potent Preset Pairings. Again, just to review, we took this awesome like flange kind of ring mod preset that just gives you a little bit of personality in the line and paired it with a super rhythmic preset in 6 pulsing from UltraTap. And when they're combined, they really speak volumes. So please go to Eventide Audio to learn more about the .9 family. This is a fantastic line of pedals. I think it offers a ton of versatility, and they're super intuitive, and I know that you'll find creative inspiration within. So anyways, stay creative, everyone. This is Christian Colabelli signing out. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.